Two-time Olympian Fred Kerley walked out of the Broward County main jail after being charged with battery. Kerley was picked up by two reality TV stars from the show Baddies. One of them has been identified in the past as his girlfriend and had this to say about the charges.
TMZ told a completely wrong story today.
Period.
Check the internet.
Right. We have the arrest affidavit.
Check the internet.
According to the Broward County Sheriff's Office, Olympic track star Alicia Johnson ran into Olympic runner Fred Kerley at a conditioning appointment at the Le Meridian Hotel in Dania Beach. The two are in town for a track and field event. Johnson told deputies she was walking in and ran into Kerley, who began arguing with her. According to the arrest affidavit, Johnson advised that Kerley became aggressive and continued to approach her. Johnson then advised that Kerley struck her one time in the facial area, causing her nose to bleed.
Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, we'd like to welcome you and hopefully you'll come back and join us. Okay, so y'all remember the video I did a few months ago about djsky's boyfriend Frederick Kerley, the Olympic track medalist? Well, if you haven't heard, honey, there is definitely some updates going on. Now, I will get into what happened recently, then a little recap of the previous altercation. I also have some messages from someone close to Fred who verifies what Chrisean said is true. They just explained it a little better than Chrisean. I know normally we would start with the recap, but it's important to start here and you'll see why later on in the video, because this is some mess, honey. Now let's get into this article about what happened most recently. According to CBS News, Olympic track medalist Fred Kerley arrested again in South Florida, accused of punching Olympian ex-girlfriend in the face. A track medalist who ran in the 2020 and 2024 Summer Olympics found himself in a South Florida jail again, just months after he faced charges for physical altercations involving police and his estranged wife. On Thursday, Fred Kerley was arrested and charged with battery after he allegedly punched his ex-girlfriend and fellow Olympian Alicia Johnson in the face during an interaction at a Dania Beach hotel ahead of a local track and field event, according to arrest documents obtained by CBS News Miami. At his bond court appearance on Friday, Kerley was granted a $1,000 bond, and the judge ordered him not to be in contact with Johnson and never return to the place of arrest. Richard Cooper, Kerley's attorney, released a statement regarding the arrest, claiming that Kerley was attacked during his interaction with Johnson. "We ask Fred's sponsors, fans, and the public for patience and respect as we let the state attorney conduct his investigation," Cooper said. "We are confident that this case will be summarily dismissed shortly." CBS News Miami has also reached out to Johnson and her representatives for comment, but has not heard back at the time of publication. Grand Slam Track, a professional track and field league, provided a statement to CBS News Miami, saying in part that they are aware of Kerley's arrest and that he will not compete in its event this week in Miami. It is unclear whether Johnson is still competing in the event. On Friday evening, Kerley walked out of BSO main jail and was picked up by two reality television stars from the show Baddies. One of them was identified in the past as his girlfriend Cleo Rahman. I know that's djsky, right? TMZ told a completely wrong story, she said. Yep, it's djsky. She said when CBS News Miami's crew told her about Kerley's latest charges, when told that CBS News Miami had obtained the arrest documents, Rahman responded, "Check the internet." And you guys saw that in the video earlier. A run-in with an ex turned violent. Around 7:50 p.m., the Broward County Sheriff's Office responded to a battery investigation at the Le Meridian Dania Beach, a hotel near Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. Okay, we getting into the tea now, y'all. Upon arrival, deputies found Johnson, who said she was allegedly struck in the face with a closed fist by Kerley. The arrest document said Johnson told deputies she was at the hotel because she was in South Florida for a track and field event and had an appointment with her conditioning coach when she ran into her ex-boyfriend Kerley, who began to argue with her. Johnson continued, saying that Kerley allegedly became aggressive and continued to approach her, stating something to the effect of, "I'm going to F everyone up in here." The arrest document said it was at this moment that Kerley allegedly punched Johnson in the face, making her nose bleed. Child. That sounds like a lie. but that's my opinion. The arrest documents continue saying the deputies found that Johnson's injuries were consistent with her statement and that she wanted to press charges. She then provided a sworn tape statement, and pictures of her injuries were also taken. After being read his Miranda rights, Kerley allegedly refused to answer any of the deputies' questions. The deputy spoke with Johnson again, who said she and Kerley had dated for about 6 months and have been broken up since October. Johnson and Kerley were in an intimate relationship, never resided together, and have no kids in common, the arrest document said. Additionally, due to Johnson and Kerley both expected to run at the same event, deputies feared that a chance of victimization might occur. Therefore, a civil citation was not given to Kerley, the arrest document said. Kerley was then placed under arrest and booked into the Broward County main jail. Second arrest in a matter of months, honey. This was not the first time Kerley was arrested in South Florida, especially in 2025. In January, Fred Kerley was arrested in Miami Beach for battery on an officer, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct. During the incident, police body cam video showed Kerley trying to get in his car while a police investigation was happening, which led to a physical altercation and ended with him being taken down by police. As Fred Kerley posted bond and left jail with his attorney, CBS News Miami spoke with his estranged wife, Angelica Kerley, who accused him of domestic violence following an alleged incident back in May 2024. She claimed she asked Fred Kerley for a divorce on numerous occasions and a fresh start, but she said he wouldn't grant her the divorce. Fred Kerley's attorneys provided CBS News Miami a statement following the Miami Beach incident, saying as they left jail, "At this time, we look forward to working with the state attorney's office, helping in their investigation any way we can, and we look forward to getting justice for Fred." Concerning Angelica Kerley's accusations, Fred Kerley's attorneys added, "The allegations are made by a highly motivated and angry woman. The idea that Mr. Kerley won't grant her a divorce is just as ridiculous as the allegations against Fred." Now, the reason why it's important to share this story is because Fred is claiming that what's being said in the media by his ex-girlfriend is not the way that things went down. Now, after all of that, Fred finally breaks his silence and comes out with a statement. The statement from CNW says, Fred Kerley breaks silence following Fort Lauderdale arrest and battery charge. Olympic sprinter Fred Kerley has released a public statement addressing his recent arrest in Broward County, which has prevented him from competing at Grand Slam Track Miami over the weekend. According to an arrest report from the Broward County Sheriff's Office, the 29-year-old athlete was taken into custody on Thursday after allegedly striking fellow track athlete Alacia Johnson with a closed fist at a hotel near Fort Lauderdale. The incident reportedly left Johnson with a bloody nose. Kerley is charged with misdemeanor battery. In a statement issued on Sunday, Fred Kerley acknowledged the physical altercation but denied any criminal wrongdoing. I would like to take a moment to directly address the recent situation that has garnered public attention and impacted my ability to compete in this week's scheduled track meet. The statement begins. While there was a physical altercation, my arrest was not due to any criminal act. Rather, it resulted from my decision to exercise my right to remain silent until legal counsel was present. I chose not to speak to law enforcement without my attorney, and for that reason alone, I was booked. Kerley went on to express his surprise at the situation, but said he is committed to cooperating with authorities. This experience caught me off guard, but I remain fully committed to clearing my name and cooperating with appropriate parties to resolve it. I take full accountability for placing myself in a situation that allowed for this misunderstanding, and I'm taking active steps to ensure nothing like this happens again. He closed the statement with an apology to fans and supporters, as well as to Grand Slam Track, the event organizer. To my fans, especially those who came out to support me this weekend, I sincerely apologize. I am deeply grateful for your continued support and understanding. I also extend my apologies to Grand Slam Track for bringing the wrong kind of attention to the event, and to those who believe in me and had to see the headlines. Thank you for your patience and trust as I work through this process. The case remains under investigation. Neither Johnson nor her representatives have made a public statement at this time. Okay, so I told you guys I had those messages between me and someone who was close to Fred. They told me that what is in the media is not how it happened. I've been told that when Frederick tries to move on, honey, the ladies don't like it. So let's take a look at these messages. The first message, I'm like, who? And they said, Fred. The boyfriend swung at Fred, missed, and hit Lay. That's why they both went to jail. I said, are you serious? They said, yes, that's the real truth. He didn't hit her. So Lay's boyfriend was trying to hit Fred and he hit her, but they told the cops that Fred hit her. And when I say they, I'm talking about Alicia and her team, her people. They told the cops that Fred hit her. Child, what a mess, I tell ya. Then they go on to say, so when he got into that scuffle with the police, it was a warrant from the police. Yes, she is also an Olympic hurdler. But Fred is dating djsky and Lay is mad about him moving on, honey. So some of that we knew. I said right after the interaction, they found out that was a warrant. We're talking about the first incident that happened. They said yes. I said okay, got it. It's simple. They said Fred was taking care of Lay, but now him and Sky take care of each other. So what I take from that, baby, is that djsky got that bag now, okay? So what else did they say? Lay hit up one of Sky's friends and sparked that up. So she sparked up this little beef or this little interaction that they had at the hotel. They said talking stuff about Fred, so Fred said, when I see y'all, it's on site. And well, it was. We are like that here. Honey, child, baby. Yeah, when y'all got that info or that tea, go ahead and hit me up and we could talk about it, honey. So that's all I could share from that conversation right there. Now let's get into what Chrisean had to say, and shout out to Live Bites who be giving us these clips, baby.
And guess what Sky doing?
Getting a tattoo?
Yup, our nigga name said it.
Yeah.
And let me speak on that Fred, cause y'all seen me in the little press run. When we went to go pick him up from jail. First of all, look, Fred, he was downstairs. His ex-girlfriend, her man, was pressing the issue cause she's telling everybody that Fred owe her $10,000, owe her some money. So, long story short, you know, it was her brother and her boyfriend. So they try to press Fred about some money. Fred like, oh, man, come on now, get out my face for all that. And then, long story short, she got caught in the crossfire and her nigga hit her in her face. Fred wasn't, like, that's the crazy thing. So his lawyers, his peoples got the footage from the hotel. And he's innocent. So, long story short, I would pray that she come out and tell the truth so she don't get caught up lying, saying the other thing. But long story short, that's what happened. So y'all wondering why I'm at a jail? Because I'm supporting Sky. First of all, I'm with Sky. And I flew out because she wanted me to come to the track meet to support her future husband, whatever the case may be, whatever going on with him, her and Fred. I came support. He locked up. So then, his lawyers, the officers, everybody, like witnesses, need to come forward. They saying the same thing that Fred is saying. She got hit by her boyfriend because she was trying to break up the situation that she started. Because Fred was by himself. Why would he approach two niggas? Like, that's scary. Like, long story short, it's messy as hell.
She's such a sweetheart. I don't care what they say. If you pay close attention, Chrisean's been giving us the tea from day one, even with Blueface. You can also see that Chrisean's version of events is the same thing that my source was told personally by Fred. Now, I don't know how much of a hothead that Fred may be, or how much of a liar Fred's exes may be. But one thing is for sure, the truth is going to come out. And like Chrisean says, there is footage that will show what happened. I'll be back with more updates, y'all. That's it for this video, y'all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.